How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hello and welcome back to Arcanum Gaming. My name is Richie here, back with another episode of Laura Bow and the Dagger of Amon Ra. Last time we played, we ventured into, what was it, Act 6? Act 5? I don't remember. The next act of the game. And I thought we were probably going to be trying to finish the game today, but it turns out, thanks to a very helpful comment on the last video, that we're missing some stuff that we need to complete the game. So, first thing that we need to do, I already did this off camera, but just so you guys know, since we had to revert the save anyway, one of the things that I missed right here was the other piece of the tablet, the Rosetta Stone tablet. So we can use the magnifying glass and look at this. Now I did do this in between recording sessions after the last one. I looked up this because I just wanted to find the other half of the alphabet. So I did already see that.
It's half of the famed Rosetta Stone.
The other thing that I went ahead and did based on the comment was I was told that this right here on the blackboard will give us a hint as to the clue. What am I saying? Give us a hint as to the puzzle, the riddle that we're trying to solve. In the next act. What was it? A room that something like that, a room you leave but you don't enter. I've been a bit baffled, so I went ahead and translated it off camera, and what I came up with was I pay homage to thee, ye lords of eternity. Ra, strong is thy sail in the wind, as the lake of fire in the underworld. Behold, Shu, the mother creating the gods. So that is what this translates to. And I don't know how that's supposed to help me yet in figuring out a room that you exit but don't enter. So I'm going to have to think on that. I've been thinking about it for maybe an hour or so already since I translated it before starting the recording here. So, the other thing that I was told, let's see if I can get to the right icon, I'm missing a few items. They said it was either 4 items and a refill of some kind. And so I was thinking about what I have here, and I went through and double checked. The only thing I could think of as far as a refill would be considered, we had the empty glass here, but that was always empty. The only other thing was this the bottle of snake oil.
Of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
And she does very specifically mention that it's empty. Now, what about the lantern? Does it need more oil or something?
A Rumkov coil lantern with a hand crank on the base.
No, that's right. It's an electric lantern. Okay. So the oil is the only thing I can think of, and I have no idea where we're going to find more of that. The only place I could think of would be that room down in the basement with, actually, let's head down there, because I also wanted to check if any of the other items that were missing might be at the bottom of those vats. That, whatever you call the preservation fluid and stuff. So let's head in. My goodness. Okay, let's head in to here and have a look around. Okay, so we've got a bunch of these to look at. We found the dagger at the bottom of one of them. We've also got these rooms. Let's start with the small rooms before we investigate the rest of this. My goodness, excuse me. Okay. So what do we got in here? Why would there be snake oil in the bucket?
That's not the sort of thing you want to examine. A mop, complete with bucket. Apparently they haven't been used for a while since they're stuck to the floor.
Stuck to the floor?
Don't touch it. Don't touch...
Alright, no mop or bucket. Was there something in here? We can open and close the toolbox lid. We got the clippers out of there before.
You see nothing new here.
Nothing
That's
new.
not the...
What about these brooms?
A mop and a broom. Tiny locks secure them to the wall, since the cleaning man is worried about people stealing his cleaning supplies.
I mean, I would take it if it wasn't nailed
This
down.
appears to be a large button on the wall.
Large button on the wall.
One of those newfangled intercom units. This is the storage room that has been...
Alcohol vat book.
Ernie's index to the stored items in the alcohol vats.
We picked that up. Oh,
Don't
we can
touch it.
open it.
Current vat contents, Alcoholic Preservation Lab. 1. Koala bears. 2. Turtles. 3. Snakes. 4. Hippo. 5. Ground sloth. 6. Skunks. 7. Loch Ness Monster. 8. Ostrich. 9. Lemmings. 10. Unicorn. 11. Creature from the Black Lagoon. 12. Rats. 13. Warthogs. 14. King Edward of Daventry.
Edward of Daventry. Is that one of the characters from King's Quest? Is that the king at the beginning of the first King's Quest that sends you off to find the treasures?
Ernie's private boxed collection of World War I souvenirs. Ernie's private boxed collection of Ernie's... It's a bust of Nefertiti, Egyptian queen of the 14th century BC and wife of the pharaoh Akhenaten. Don't touch...
No.
That's not the... That's not... Upon close inspection you see nothing new. Upon close... That's not the... Upon close... That's not... Upon close... That's not...
Okay, what's this? Is this something we can pick up? Kind of looks like a cup.
Best to leave this room right where it...
No. Oh, wait,
Best
wait.
to
The
leave-
button on the wall.
When you push the button, you hear a sliding noise off in the distance, clearly originating outside of this room.
Sliding noise.
The room feels remarkably well. The grate is securely attached to the drain.
Sliding noise. What about in... Did that open something in here? Aha! A hidden room.
Your most thorough scrutiny reveals only some...
Use the lantern? Oh no, this is just that tunnel back up to the office, isn't it? It's not. That's a different secret passage. Because the other one took us from... Was it Olympia's office down to that room?
The mummy
Can I go
case
back?
is sealed shut.
Oh. Alright, secret passage. I gotta write this down. In, what do we call that? Is that the storeroom? The refrigerator room? Like a morgue or something? I'm just gonna call it storeroom. 2 mummy case. Interesting. Okay, that's the second secret passage we found then.
Na-
Very interesting.
It looks remarkably like a glass case in the shape of a pyramid. It looks
Okay.
The door
Still
is
can't go
locked.
in there until we start the next act, right?
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Okay, what was the other thing? I still want to go down there and look at the vats. But before that, since we're already over here, let's head back in here. I want to take a closer look at some of the dead bodies here.
Oh no! That doesn't look like a life mask. Oh no! Oh no! It's Ziggy's head! It's Ziggy! It's Zig!
Okay, we're not getting anything else. A couple of the bodies have had some interesting stuff. Some items attached. Like, I'm pretty sure was that where the hair,
It's used carbon.
the carbon paper and the hair, I feel like, didn't that come from a vet's body? I don't remember. Can we close the doors? Okay, we can. Obviously, we can close them during the chase sequence, but we can close them now as well. That's interesting. Let's take another look
They're in
here
the pterodactyl portion of the dinosaur
at, this was the rest of Ziggy here.
Looks aren't. This is one of the 3 wires that formerly suspended the pterodactyl from the ceiling.
I want to just try, I know I tried this last time during the chase sequence, but I want to see if we can
While this,
try to cut the wire.
while this,
Okay, I guess we just need that one piece of wire then. Magnifying glass.
you find a large grease stain on the right sleeve. You give it a quick whiff and identify the scent of turkey hors d'oeuvres.
Turkey hors d'oeuvres.
You search the left arm for clues, but come up empty-handed. You search. Your careful observation reveals that this is a rented tuxedo bearing the marks of repeated alterations. There is a stain above one pocket. A whiff reveals the strong, fresh scent of champagne. Your careful observation reveals that this is a rented tuxedo. Though it hardly seems appropriate, you marvel at the intricacy of the construction. The pterodactyl has been covered with authentic animal hide of some sort, stretched over a rigid framework. There's nothing suspicious about it, however. Though it hardly seems
Animal hide. Do we need
while this
that?
isn't while this
No.
while this
Can we cut
while
the wire
while
with the
this
dagger? No. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything important here.
in this diorama, 2 baby triceratops are emerging from their eggs. Viewing this quaint domestic scene causes a slight twinge right in your maternal instinct. The male and female triceratops look every inch the proud parents. The eggs, like the plot, have hatched. They're part of the diorama. You can't.
Okay. Moving on. Let's take another look at this guy.
Despite your closest examination, you find nothing unusual about Ernie's outstretched right arm. A minute inspection of Ernie's left arm reveals nothing suspicious. You examine Ernie's head carefully, searching for contusions, bruises, or other evidence of foul play. You see little, but you do notice a faint odor, not immediately identifiable. The leather of Ernie's shoes are soaked through and through. The scent is an overpowering mixture of sweat, shoe polish, and alcohol. The pants are intact, but the smell emanating from them is noticeable. It's as if he took a swim in bathtub gin.
Bathtub gin. Oh, what's this?
The hairs are bristled and clearly animal in origin, with a faint smell of alcohol.
Animal hair.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Oh, alright, there's one item. Some animal hair.
The suspenders are damp but intact. The suspender... You look carefully for bruises or... That's not... The pants are in... That's not... The hairs are bristled and clearly animal in origin. They also have the faint smell of alcohol.
See, we haven't done anything in the banquet hall in a while. Check and see if we missed something in here. Or, can we go back in the gift shop?
This door is locked.
Door's locked.
While this is an...
I don't think there's anything else to see in here, but... Take a look as long as we're here. The magnifying glass.
The tablecloth is dusted with breadcrumbs and stained with grease, champagne, grape juice, and water. The tablecloth is Looking at a small portion of the big head really doesn't do justice. The tablecloth is... That's not the tablecloth... Yes, they're definitely ferns.
I'll just take a quick peek over on the side. Alright, we found hairs on one of the bodies. Nothing else helpful. Gotta figure out a way to refill the snake oil. It's gotta be down in the lab, right? I mean, where did we get it the first time? I really can't remember. This way? Come on. Oh, no, that's... We've already been here. Okay, so I want to go this way.
The museum staff have labeled this a Struthiomimus, literally, ostrich mimic. In every respect, it appears to be untampered.
Untampered with, okay.
The features of the ballerina are accurate to the tiniest of details. The humanoid sculpture is not accurate to the tiniest of details. In fact, you aren't even sure what the details are. Alberto Ravioli was still new at sculpting when he created this particular figure. It's an expensive work of...
Poor Yvette.
That's not the sort of... Yvette's right hand is plastered. Yvette's left hand is plastered. There are a few scratches on Yvette's skin, as if she was in a struggle before she died. There is plaster in all of the openings on Yvette's face. Mouth, nostrils, eyes, ears. She has several scratches on her face. The scarf clearly isn't a scarf. It's the silk hosiery Yvette was wearing earlier in the evening. Her neck under the scarf shows red friction burns, as if she was strangled. The scarf around Yvette's neck feels silky where it's not covered with plaster. The scarf... While this is... While this, while this,
Can we do anything about the plaster?
while this is, while this is, while this, while this.
No, okay. I don't think there's anything else to see with a vet. Not that I can think of anyway. What else? Right, back downstairs here.
Looks like broken glass.
Broken glass, huh?
It feels like broken glass. Looks like broken glass. Looks like broken... An office door. You give the hallway
Oh,
a...
the ferret. Right, I want to try and get the ferret somehow.
While this is an interesting approach, while this is... While this... While this...
Do we have anything we could use as a trap?
While this is... A wedge of the finest Limburger cheese. The ultimate in cheesiness.
Do we need the rat? Or the ferret or whatever it is? Just how do we get it? Because I think I've tried to feed the cheese to it before and it just ran away. Is there... I mean, these vats are filled... Is it alcohol? Maybe we can drug the rat and capture it? What's over here?
The container is full of an oily liquid. A
Oily
wooden
liquid.
workbench loaded with many empty glass containers that smell of alcohol, although one of them is full of an oily liquid. The desk is dusty, giving you the impression that it's not used very often.
An oily liquid.
The strong smell of the oily liquid reminds you of the snake oil, leading you to speculate that it is in fact snake oil.
Awesome.
While this is...
Alright, we got ourselves a full bottle of snake oil now.
The label reads, guaranteed to ward off The directions read, death is a natural... A full bottle of Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
Okay.
Vat 14. There's a vaguely humanoid shape floating in the murky liquid.
Alright, let's just do these one at a time, maybe.
Ground sloths are very slow creatures. Since the sloths in this vat are dead, they're even slower than usual. However, you quickly come to the conclusion that probing around in this vat with a net is a waste of time. Boy, the alcohol fumes sure are strong in here.
Yeah, could we...
While this is...
These said they smelled like alcohol
Although
too,
the
didn't
cheese
they?
would make an attractive addition to this desk, it would not prove very...
Let's try vat number 2.
There's a dead hippo in this vat, and he's not happy. Rather than poking around his body with a net, you should probably just let him rest in peace. The strong fumes are making you dizzy.
Okay.
You straighten out your dress.
Okay, so that's closed again. Very interesting.
The word hippo has been stenciled on this crate's label. This is the mammalogy laboratory. There's an odd assortment of tools hung on the wall. Some of the more hideous-looking implements are probably used for the practice of taxidermy. None of them appear particularly useful to you. The trunk has a name tag identifying it as part of Carrington's personal luggage. Beside it is another sticker emblazoned with the logo Andrea Doria. An empty canister stands in the corner, offering no clue as to what it once contained. The canister is clearly empty and too heavy to be moved around. While this is an interesting... A skeleton lies in the trunk, its bones picked clean by the domestic beetles. They've efficiently removed every last shred of flesh, making the skeleton nearly impossible to identify. You have no reason or the slightest desire to touch this skeleton. It looks like the third, fourth, and fifth cervical vertebrae have been twisted. This indicates a fairly violent strangulation. Other than that, there are no abnormalities that catch your eye. There's an array of lab equipment scattered around the top of the table. This is the mammalogy. There's an old cabinet on the wall. Shelves line the walls of... Shelves. The poster outlines basic dissection and preservation techniques. You scan it quickly, just in case you decide to make a change in your career. The cabinet is empty. All the equipment is out on the work desk. Don't touch it. Don't touch... Aside from the usual dings, dents, the cold storage locker is now empty. It's a sack of plaster, sometimes used for making molds. You have no use for a sack of plaster.
That's what you think.
While this is... The crate is stenciled wild dingoes. You hate to think of how many wild dingoes are stacked up in that crate.
We're somehow still missing a couple items. Alright, crate 3 was the one that had the snakes, right?
Poking around among the map. Boy, the alcohol. Probing around the strong...
Alright, we're gonna keep coming in and out so we don't pass out from the fumes.
Fräulein Bull, this laboratory is dangerous and verboten to the public. You will leave now! I will not warn you again!
And of course he's still here.
Fräulein,
The room feels...
Fine.
I will not.
I'm really not convinced there's anything else in there. homage to thee, ye lords of eternity, Ra strong. As they sail in the wind, as the lake of fire in the underworld, behold Shu, the mother creating the gods. Mother creating the gods.
One of those new portable typewriters. You don't need to Don't touch it. It looks like a piece of fabric torn from Yvette's dress. You don't need it. Upon close inspection, assorted garbage fills the wastebasket. Pencil shavings, torn typing paper, fingernail clippings, carbon paper, an apple core, and an empty bottle of French champagne. Don't touch, don't. Since the floor is an odd location for a desk lamp, and since other desk items have been disturbed, you conclude that the lamp was knocked down during some sort. The paper cutter blade looks well maintained and sharp enough to cut through almost anything.
Miss Bo, this is a private office.
Oh,
Blood? Oh, that's not
There is
blood.
blood on there.
You got me all excited. It's probably just red ink. But if you're worried about Yvette, I just saw her on the way down to Ernie's office in the basement. She goes down there a lot for some reason.
We know that's a lie.
of Ernie?
Yvette is very fond of everyone, my dear. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to.
She must be in on it then. Is there anything that we want to cut? Excuse me, with the paper shredder. Or the paper cutter, rather. Maybe cut the bone in
While
half?
this is
I don't know.
bifocal reading glasses.
Bifocal reading glasses.
The lenses feel like glass.
Is there anything that we're having trouble reading?
Don't touch it. Don't touch. While this is while this
Okay.
don't touch it. While this Countess and Ziggy at 1 a.m. Medieval armor display. Don't touch. The note is written in a man's handwriting, probably belonging to Dr. Carrington. That's not. Upon close inspection, you. Upon close inspection. That's not. Upon. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Upon. Carrington's desk. Charcoal.
Charcoal in the fireplace. Okay.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
There's something. What can we use charcoal for? We can use that for writing. We can use it... Charcoal's used, what, to counteract poison sometimes? Is that right? Or am I just making that up? I feel like
That's
charcoal...
not the sort of thing you want
like
to
a
examine.
charcoal bandage was useful for
That's
something
not-
in a
That's not.
survival game I played before. What? Is there anything we could combine the charcoal with?
While
Carpet
this
paper?
isn't. While this. While this. While this...
Charcoal.
You-
Alright, let's head back out into the hallway and save the game. Charcoal. What can I use charcoal for? I think I may have misspelled that, but... Alright, let's go back in here. I want to try something.
Bifocal. The lenses feel... While this is an...
No.
While this... A magnet. A gold Egyptian Ankh medallion. Feels like... You see the initials PS engraved on the back of the Ankh medallion. There appears to be a fingerprint on one of the lenses, although you have no way to identify it.
Fingerprint on the lens. Use the
The
charcoal
charcoal-
for that?
While this is an interesting approach, it serves no practical purpose. While this...
Fingerprint on the lens.
These odd-looking hairs are thicker and stiffer than those of a human being.
Obviously we need to research her body, but I don't want to do that just yet. Man.
The wood file drawer is locked. Yvette is the only person who can open it. Upon
That's the only person that can open it.
This is a crime scene. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. You don't need to type anything. Since it's just a slave intercom unit, it has no buttons and can only receive messages. You don't need...
Don't need a typewriter. Alright, so we picked up more oil, we got the charcoal, we found these hairs. So according to, if I'm understanding correctly, according to that comment, I'm still missing 2 items. Does that include the grapes or whatever they were in the Countess's hand? Just save over that one. I got nothing else here. Behold Shu, the mother creating the gods. I gotta hear the wording again on that riddle. Pay homage to thee, ye lords of eternity. Raw, strong is thy sail, the wind as the lake of fire. In the underworld, behold Shu, the mother creating the gods. Mother creating the gods. Lake of fire. Hang on. I think I just saved, but I want to just double check it because a little scatterbrained right now. A room that you exit but never enter.
Oh!
they're creating the gods.
The intercom has fallen on the floor. The Countess is looking rather pale. A little bunch of grapes. You pick it up and... Her bloodshot eyes are open and staring into infinity. Her lips have a bluish tint. There are no signs of violence on or around her face or head. Her bloodshot eyes... Her fingernails are clean and unbroken, showing no signs of violence. Her fingernails are clean and The scent of the smelling salts is overpowering at this close range.
Smelling salts.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Oh, alright. There's another thing. There's probably nothing else here then. Oh, what's that?
You detect a trickle of what could prove to be cobra venom. You deem it wise not to touch it when you remember that it's a neurotoxin that causes progressive paralysis leading to respiratory failure. That biology class was useful after all.
So she got bit by the snake.
You detect a trick.
What is that thing though? Looks like something sticking out of the ankle.
You detect
Snake venom. But we shouldn't touch it. What about the wire cutters?
While this is an
Yeah, whatever, we just saved.
not a good idea since it's leaking venom.
It's leaking venom.
While this
What about the underwear?
while this is
No.
while this is an
Leaking venom. Maybe the charcoal?
while this is an interesting approach. While this is an interesting approach,
Leaking venom.
while this is an not a good idea since it's leaking venom. While this is an interest. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch.
There's something there. We can't interact with it though.
The charcoal appears to be composed of charcoal. Several grapes are missing from the bunch. The heel is considered high for the 1920s, indicating that it's a custom-made shoe. The back of the heel is heavily scuffed. There are words typed on the carbon paper, but you can't read them this way. The bottom of the glass reads, "Manufactured by Lion Decker Glassworks." You admire the wood pulp pattern. A careful examination with the magnifying glass reveals this to be a magnifying glass. You see the initials PS engraved on the back of the Ankh medallion. It's inscribed with the words Acme Snake Lasso. The bone is fossilized and dusty. The note attached to the garter reads, "You can have the other garter and much more if you meet me at 3 a.m. in the preservation lab." The handwriting is female.
Alright, it's a garter. It's not... Why did I think it was underwear? I'm thinking of the underwear from Broken Sword 2, I
Closer
think.
look reveals a bit of mold on the cheese.
Mold.
Don't squeak. The cheese. While this is smelling salts. Phew. A smelly old work boot. The work boot is size 12 triple. The smelling salts are inscribed with the words Acme Smelling Salts. There's a bit of rust on the wire cutters. It's inscribed Manufactured by Acme Skeleton Keys. A close look reveals an inscription on the watch. To Dr. Archibald Carrington III for your years of...
Okay, yeah. Every time I look at her, that starts the next act. Or does it? We can't inspect the body again. Well, hopefully that's everything we need.
So far so good. Keep it up.
Alright, let's see if I remember the sequence here. Run, run, run. Alright, we're being chased. Run in here. Okay, quick, close the door. No, wrong button. Wires. My goodness. Lock the door. Keep running. Close the door. Lock the door. Run. Use the chair. Use the window. Run. Come on, keep running, Laura. Hide. Wait for the guy to leave.
You hear the sound of someone breaking down a door in the next room. Now you're just grasping its...
Let's go another save. Hidden mummy case. Into this room. Right, push the crate. What? How did he catch us? Hidden mummy case. Okay, that was weird. Run in here. Switch to push. Push crate. Open door. Use the elevator. Down we go. Hold on, I just want to check. Okay, so I have the charcoal save there. Alright, so we're down here now. Alright, so there was this case.
It's the mummy of I think I saw put it at the... The lid won't open.
We need to use this.
While this... The snake shifts just a little, and you hear a click.
Oh wait, that's not it.
You pick it up and don't touch it.
I almost forgot. Come on, quickly. Close the door. Use this guy.
While this is an interesting...
Barricade the door. Open the case. Come on. Alright.
You hear
Back to
demons
this.
chanting as you encounter a strange ceremony.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the ferret again.
Excuse me.
You're coming with... You,
Yeah,
no,
coming
I'm
with you.
called.
This,
Oh,
you,
but
the...
you don't really plan to kill me, do you?
Of course not.
What a relief.
Kill is such an ugly word. Actually, we're going to sacrifice you to Amon Ra.
Can we talk about this?
There is nothing to discuss. You should be proud to die in such an honorable fashion. Young Egyptian maidens used to fight.
Now, well, I've learned.
Perhaps
Do I?
we can test you? Or
I'm liking.
Amon Ra may choose to intervene.
Great.
Of course.
I was afraid it would be something.
Actually, it's a two-part riddle. What is the room you leave without entering?
Room you leave without entering. Pay homage to the Lords of Eternity. Ra strong, thy sail in the wind, as the lake of fire in the underworld. Behold Shu, the mother creating the gods. I mean, could it be mother? I don't know if you'd consider that a room, but what about your mother's womb? Or would it just be mother? Let's try this. Nothing happened there. Or do I have to hit exit?
That's correct. Now, the second riddle. What is the room you
Wow.
enter without leaving?
That was a wild ass guess. I mean, there's nothing in that clue besides mother that sparked anything with me now. Okay. Enter without leaving. The underworld? A room you... Alright, well, if mother's womb is the room that you leave without entering, then the room that you enter without leaving would be... Crypt? No. Tomb? Tomb, crypt, grave? Maybe grave? Any of those work. Tomb would make the most sense with mummies and stuff. Let's try tomb. Is it a tomb?
Very impressive.
It is a
You
tomb.
are the first person who ever answered that riddle correctly. The wise Amon Ra apparently wants us to spare your life. Will you swear to keep our location a secret?
Of course.
Then you may leave. May the great Amon Ra guide your footsteps.
Thank you. Now I just have to outrun the person who's been chasing me.
Who is chasing you? Do you think they'll find their way in here?
I'm not sure who it is, but I believe it's the same person who stole the Dagger of Amon Ra from its display case. And I'm sure they'll find their way in here.
If that is true, they will not leave this room alive. I suggest you leave through our secret escape route behind the altar. Go now.
Why
and
wouldn't we just stay
remember
here?
your promise.
Wouldn't we be safer staying with these guys then? Oh, alright, here's a new room. Alright, let's save the game. Okay. I mean, two made sense. Womb was kind of a wild guess. Okay. What is this? Like a boiler room?
Faded paint on the door says maintenance only. A shovel, probably used for the coal or the furnace ashes, sits... You straighten out your dress.
No, I want the shovel.
This isn't a good shovel. The grate covering the drain is firmly bolted in place. A heavy metal door is set into the side of the furnace.
Okay.
Ashes are removed through this grate. You have more pressing matters. A large, circular, ornately carved stone is hung on the wall here. It seems to be attached to upper and lower tracks which run for several feet across the wall.
Sounds like something we can push open, right?
The stone resists your best efforts to move it. It's
Grab the
too
shovel.
heavy. You don't have room for it in your purse.
That looks like a dead guy.
There's an unconscious man in the coal bin. Steve, being the large, unconscious type stevedore he is immovable in his current unconscious state, and he's got coal all over his body. There's an unconscious man in the... There's an It's you. It's too heavy. Steve being... Steve, every...
Yeah, I got it.
Steve.
How do we get the stuff off his face?
Upon close inspection, you see nothing new. Upon well-timed silence, you get... Upon... Steve...
Yeah, still can't move that.
Steve...
Okay, I don't understand. We picked up a piece of coal off
The
of him,
junk appears to be precariously
and now...
Steve, don't touch it. Don't touch... It's
I don't
probably too
understand.
hot to touch.
Very confused here.
While this is...
What about this
isn't
shovel?
a good shovel to you.
No.
Steve, being the large, unconscious type stevedore he is immovable in his current unconscious state, and he's got coal all over his body.
Okay,
Steve,
can I remove
you
the
straighten
coal?
out... Steve, every...
Ay, ay, ay.
A slender pipe extends up the side of the furnace. A slender pipe.
What is that?
It's probably too...
Oh, you know what? We didn't try
This...
this door, did we?
This door is locked, and you don't have the proper key.
What about the skeleton key?
While this is an While this...
Of course not.
Don't touch it.
Oh, now he's got a gun. How rude. Okay, so we are on a timer in here.
Steve being... Steve being the... Don't touch... Steve...
We move. Why can't we move any more of the coal? Oh, the smelling salts.
While this is an... While this... Don't touch... Silence alone is great. Well-timed silence... Don't touch... Silence alone...
What just happened? Do you need to give him his boot back or something?
While this is... While this... Steve appears to be in great pain. Questions are about... Question. It is better to know some of the...
I don't understand. He's in pain. We need to give him the smelling
While
salts
this
again?
is an... While this...
Grapes?
While this... While... Every... Don't touch it. Don't touch... Feels like... It appears to be a tall... It appears to be a tall Caucasian male with smallish pores and good muscle tone.
Okay, I don't get it. We can't talk to him.
It's too heavy. Don't touch it. Don't touch... While this is an... It's slippery, dark, filthy, and too steeply angled for anybody to climb up inside. It's too... You hear nothing of interest.
Oh dear.
Steve appears to be in great pain.
Alright, let's just restore before we get shot. Okay, what if we try to put the boot on him first?
While this is...
No.
Steve, being the large, unconscious type stevedore he is immovable in his current unconscious state, and he's got coal all over his body.
Okay. Pick that up. Use the smelling salts. Give him the boot.
While this is an int... While this... While this There's a drain set into the floor covered by a grate. When the furnace is cleaned out once in a while, the ashes are often hosed down the drain.
Alright. Let's try this again. I think it's got to be something with the boot, right? Is it just a timing thing? Because he sits up for a second and stops. And then he tries to stand up and gets hurt. Let's try this again. Boot. Okay.
Oh,
I was
my
right.
head. What happened? Laura,
Yes, Steve. I was so worried about you. Are you all right?
I think so. I remember hearing somebody coming up behind me, and as I turned around, somebody slugged me. Cripes, my head hurts.
They must have dumped you down the coal chute. Let me see where you were hit.
I'm all right. Don't touch it.
Honestly, you men can be such crybabies. Do you think you can walk? We have to get out of here. Somebody's been murdering everybody in this museum, and whoever it is after me.
I can make it. I'm with you. Where do we go?
Good question.
We push this open. And we save the game. We have Steve. Let's go. Another tunnel here. And it's dark, of course, so now we use the lamp. Oh, that's snakes. Good thing we have more snake oil. Great. Rats.
You hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
Sounds like someone's chasing us, Laura.
Cheese?
The rats devour the cheese in a split second. It only made them hungrier.
Crap. And then we're dead. What do we have to do with rats then? Alright. Alright, well. Okay. Crank the lamp. Snake oil. Okay. Snakes. Approach snakes don't like oil. Actually, is there something on the wall there?
How strange. Hieroglyphs are carved into the wall.
Oh.
You get the feeling that this is not just another air shaft. The hieroglyphs are deeply carved into the stone. The hieroglyphs are deeply carved into the stone.
I can't just read it there. Oh, there's more down there. I'm gonna have a screenshot here in case I need to translate this. Of course, I don't even know if I can read it, to be perfectly honest. Okay, rats.
You hear the sound
Yeah.
of gunfire.
Got it.
A ravening swarm of enormous wharf rats are scurrying toward you.
Alright, well, we know that they like the cheese. Can we do something to the cheese? We already tried to poison the cheese. To catch the ferret didn't work. Do we have... The knife isn't going to help us. The bone, maybe? Oh, wait, the grapes might have been poisoned.
While this is an
No. What's up
The
here?
doorway is dark, but you can see a faint glow coming from somewhere within. The doorway is dark and forbidding.
Dark and we just got eaten. Okay, so we're on a timer there, clearly. So there's two doorways. Okay, grapes didn't work. Charcoal's not going to help us. I don't think they want the medallion. I didn't try the bone. They like the cheese, though. Snake oil. Thank you for the tip on refilling the snake oil. Also, I would not have thought of that until that moment, and I would have had to go back and do
You
that.
hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
Sounds like someone's chasing us, Laura.
Oh, here's an idea. Will this work? What if we throw the cheese at the far door and then run through this one? It did work. Alright.
You watch and
Alright, we got all the rats out of the way. Let's go through the door. Well, I think we're on the right track there. Maybe we should try the door that doesn't go into the furnace. Or do they both go into the... Is this just a red herring? Are we supposed to go through the locked door now that we have Steve's help? Okay. Snake oil. Alright, we're going to try this one more time. We're going to try to go through the other door. And then... Actually, let me check real quick how much... Oh, we're well over an hour. We're like an hour and 15 minutes. I should wrap this episode up. Yeah, we're going to do that right here. We're going to...
you hear the sound of gunfire from the direction of the furnace room.
Sounds like someone's...
I'm going to try this cheese thing real quick. And then if this doesn't work... Well, I mean, either way, whether it works or not, we're going to wrap it up. Okay. So we threw the cheese into the fire pit.
You watch in relief as the last of the rats scurries out of sight.
Alright, try the other door. Come on. Oh, it's Rex. Okay, save the game here. Nothing. Alright. It did. Haha. Alright, well. That was excessively easy. Oh, and that was the end of Act 5. Okay. So there's one more act of the game. I guess we've got a bit more than I thought.
With a little more effort, you'll be the best investigative reporter Tulane ever graduated.
Thank you for coming to this inquest, Miss Bow. As the coroner on this case, I'm going to informally question you and study the evidence you've collected. If you assist me in developing a case, the perpetrators will be tried in the formal court of law. We're primarily concerned with the museum murders, but we're also interested in the theft of the Dagger of Amon Ra and other matters that may have a bearing on this case. My examination of the corpses has been fruitful, but I need more evidence to build a case. Any information you can give us would help, but you must justify your conclusions with the evidence you've acquired. False accusations and unsupported conclusions will not be tolerated. Although I don't wish to pressure you, your employer is also here to judge your performance on this investigation. Since this is an informal proceeding, I've allowed it on the basis that your newspaper will cooperate with our wishes. Now, to the questions. Who murdered Dr. Pippin Carter?
Oh, I don't remember his name. I mean, I think it was O'Reilly. I don't remember. Pippin Carter. He was the first one, right?
Who
I don't
murdered
know.
Lawrence Ziggy Ziegfeld?
Still going with O'Reilly. Self-defense?
Who murdered Ernie Leach?
I don't know.
Who murdered Yvette Delacroix?
We know that one was O'Reilly. Pretty sure it was jealousy.
Who murdered Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton?
This one I don't actually think was the detective. I think it was Olympia, because it was her snake. I don't know the reason. We're gonna go with
Who
financial
was the
gain.
skeleton found in the steamer trunk?
Guessing it was the guy in that police report, but I don't remember what the evidence was. Oh, Heimlich? Let's go with this
Who
guy.
actually stole the Dagger of Amon Ra from the ancient Egypt exhibit?
I don't know. Let's go with Ziggy.
Who was the woman involved in stealing paintings from the Old Masters Gallery?
What? Stealing paintings? I'm so confused right now. Let's go with the
Based
vet.
on our own investigation, your conclusion is incorrect, Miss Bow. 2 of the men who were murdered were involved with one of the female victims in a plan to steal the paintings. We have a report on that woman telling us she appeared at an appointment in the medieval armor exhibit sometime after the party. She was unaware that her partner in crime was dead at that point, and she was seen carrying paintings. If she'd been confronted at that time with evidence that her partner was dead, she might well have confessed to her crime. Who is the high priest of the Amon Ra sun worshippers?
I don't remember his name. Well, I know it's not a vet. It's not Steve. It's not him. He's dead. It's not him. It's not O'Reilly. I don't remember his name.
That accusation is false, Miss Bow. However, the High Priest's identity is a carefully guarded secret, so your failure to identify him is nothing to be ashamed about. He was present at the museum party, but was rarely seen afterwards. One witness said he was spotted briefly in the office of Yvette Delacroix. Which museum employee runs a fencing operation as a sideline business?
This would help a lot if I could refer to my notebook that I spent the entire game collecting evidence in. I didn't realize I should have been writing this down. He was running the fencing operation. How about
Incorrect, Miss Bow.
No.
Miss Bow, please remember in the future that you're a reporter, not a detective. By interfering at crime scenes, you make it much more difficult for the police to do their jobs. Not only are your conclusions based on unfounded guesswork, you don't even have any evidence to back them up. By your presence at the murder scenes and your destruction of evidence, I'm tempted to conclude that you were the murderer. You neglected to thoroughly question all the suspects, and you missed important evidence at the crime scene.
I don't think so.
Although you discovered the Dagger of Amon Ra, you have not arrived at conclusions about the theft that make any sense to me. I believe the theft involved 2 people, one of whom must have been on the museum staff. Because of you, a murderer is running loose in this city, free to kill again. I hope you're proud of yourself, Miss Bow.
What about Bungle's investigation?
Since his skeleton was so nicely cleaned by the domestic beetles, Dr. Carrington's bones will soon be hanging on display in the Leyendecker Museum.
Alright, Carrington's the
Yvette
skeleton.
Delacroix died plastered. Her remarkably lifelike statue now lives on in the Old Masters Gallery of the Leyendecker Museum. Her memory lives on in the minds of all she touched. Her sculpture is attributed to artist unknown. Dr. Pippin Carter, wherever he is quite displeased. You did not recover the Dagger of Amon Ra, nor did you find his murderer.
I did.
Therefore, Pippin feels it is only fair that he should haunt you for the rest of your life. Indirectly, as a result of your total failure, Wolf Heimlich was fired from his job as Chief of Security at the Leyendecker Museum. 1 year later, still out of work, he committed suicide in military fashion by falling on his sword. Having died in the course of this story, Watney Little's life of crime came to an abrupt end. As he was not a nice man, nobody missed him. After Wolf Heimlich was fired from his job as Chief of Security, Dr. Olympia Miklos moved to Montana to do full-time field research in paleontology, digging in the rich fossil beds she found there. Her greatest find was the carnivorous Olympiasaurus dinosaur. As fond as he was of the Leyendecker, Ernie Leach noted in his will that he wanted his body donated to the museum. His body now resides in numerous small jars of alcohol, which will be placed on display in the new Hall of Internal Biology, adjacent to the Hall of Late Mammals. Since the Dagger of Amon Ra was not recovered, Dr. Patasheptut Tut Smith was forced to commit suicide with a fake Dagger of Amon Ra from the Leyendecker Museum gift shop. After losing his head in the museum, Ziggy found himself unable to continue his criminal career. His head has been preserved and is now on display in the life mask exhibit at the Leyendecker Museum. Ramses Najir continued his successful career as an accountant and as head of the secret Egyptian cult of Amon Ra. With his strong high society ties, his accounting business made Ramses a millionaire in 15 years. Having died from a snake bite, the Countess Lavinia Waldorf Carlton did not live long enough to inherit any money from her last husband, Sterling. Extremely unimpressed by your total failure as a reporter, Sam Augustini fired you. Later that same year, he was mugged with a gift shop duplicate of the Dagger of Amon Ra and died from his wounds. He blames you for his death. Since you were fired after your total failure at the museum, Crodfuller T. Rhubarb continued the investigation, found the Dagger of Amon Ra and the murderer, and won a Pulitzer Prize for his excellent work. Henri Lemore, the coroner, continued his successful career studying dead bodies for the next 50 years, finally retiring in 1976 to tour with a rock band, the Ungrateful Dead. Low Fat continued in the laundry business, eventually opening a chain of low-fat Chinese laundries across the country and becoming a millionaire in the process. Detective Ryan Hanrahan O'Reilly continued in his job and became a full-time homicide detective. Having amassed a small fortune by being frugal, he retired to Ireland 3 years later. Steve Dorian was quite upset by the unfortunate event that happened to you later that night. Stunned by your total failure and the unfortunate event that occurred to you later that evening, John Bowe spent his remaining years in a New Orleans mental institution. After you gave it away, the Dagger of Amon Ra vanished. 20 years later, in 1946, it mysteriously appeared on the doorstep of the Cairo Museum in Egypt. There was human blood on the blade, as if it was some kind of a message.
You had your chance and you blew it, Laura Bowe. This is what happens to interfering reporters.
Well, guess I should have taken some better notes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is Laura Bowe in the Dagger of Amon Ra. Obviously, we didn't get a very good ending there because, I didn't take any notes throughout the game because I thought that, the notebook that we were writing stuff down in the entire game was going to be available to us at the end, or that the game was just going to conclude. So, I'm sure there's a better ending that we could have gotten. I'm not going to go back through everything and try to write it down. Maybe I'll probably play through the game again at some point in the future. Probably not on the channel, but try to figure it out. But we did manage to finish the game. We solved all the puzzles. Some of them were quite difficult. Some of them we definitely needed hints for. Like I would not have thought to go back for more snake oil. I would have figured that I didn't need to use it all up before, but I clearly did, because you had to use at least 3 shakes of the oil to get the snake back into the cage. Unless you didn't need to put it back in the cage for some reason, but I'm pretty sure you did. I don't know. Alright, final thoughts on the game. It's a Sierra game, so there was a bit of growing pains. Growing pains, that's not the right term. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. We had the deaths, we had potential no-win scenarios, which by that you just have to revert to earlier points in the game. Fortunately, I only had to do that like twice. Maybe only the one time, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Which was surprisingly good for a Sierra game. The voice acting was okay for a game of its era. The story was fairly decent. I probably would have gotten more out of it if I had taken better notes, but clearly, considering that I completely botched the investigation at the end, we didn't get to see the good ending. But what happened? What else? What else? Most of the puzzles were fairly reasonable. I don't think that there was much that required like moon logic. So I felt like most of that was relatively well designed. Some of the chase sequence toward the end was a little bit excessive, but I did manage to figure it out for the most part. I think I only had to get 1 or 2 hints at most. I was mostly figuring out where the second half of the Rosetta Stone was because I couldn't figure out to click on it right underneath the board. And even when I did, it took me a while to figure out that I had to use the magnifying glass to see it up close. So yeah, overall, I say with the exception of the very ending part where you have to try and, solve who did what with what motivation without having access to your notebook, which seems kind of out of place based on earlier parts of the game. I really enjoyed this one. Again, except for that small part of it at the end. So yeah, yeah. Not sure what else to say about it at the moment. But yeah, we're just going to call it here for today then. That's going to conclude this series, and we'll catch you in the next one. Not sure what the next adventure game we're going to play is. I think it's probably going to be Big Boss Incident, because that was on my list of things to play. I wanted to do that before Wildwood Down, and I ended up putting Wildwood Down first, just because I don't remember why exactly. So yeah, we probably are going to do Big Boss Incident next, and then as far as the next classic adventure game, I haven't thought about it too much. I guess I've been thinking a little bit about Grim Fandango. There's also Full Throttle, and Freddy Farkas was the other one. Freddy Farkas Frontier Farms, which is another Sierra game. I don't know if I want to play another Sierra game right away. I'll have to think about it. Anyway, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. Sorry we didn't get a better ending, but that's just how it goes sometimes. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and we'll catch you in the next one.